and welcome to another episode of Shine with Curiosity and Encouragement podcast. I am author Stephen Urias. With me, as always, is my friend, my publisher, and author. So you got it there this time,
Uh-huh.
Susan Gabriel.
Yep.
Susan, how's it
Hey,
going?
hey, it's going good.
It has been a long week, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I don't
Yeah,
know. This whole week has been like, well, we gained an hour, but
yeah,
that was just an hour.
yeah, we did. Seemed like it was a lot longer.
Oh yeah, no. I woke up refreshed. I was like, man, I felt like I slept for 9 hours, and I'm like, looked at the clock, and I'm like, it's only 8 o'clock in the morning. What is going on? And I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah. And then my son freaked out because I was taking him to work, and the clock on the car said 4 o'clock, and he's like, I'm late, Dad. And I'm like, no, you're good, buddy, you're good.
Yeah.
So it is No Shave November, and No Shave November is to highlight mental health in men, and I partake in it every single November. And by the end, I end up looking like to quote Star Wars, scruffy looking nerf herder. So around Thanksgiving, you'll see this face just full on, just itchy, just rah, looking like the werewolf in
Mountain
there or
Man.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. Mountain Man, I see.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it'll be scarier than Mountain Man. Mountain Man's cool. I look more like a werewolf or something.
Yeah, maybe werewolf. Yeah.
Oh, so how's been your week?
Yeah.
How's been
So,
your how's been your week?
how's my week?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's been kind of long. It's been it's been kind of strange. I hurt my shoulder actually
Ooh.
2 weeks ago,
Ooh.
and they did an X-ray and then they did an MRI, and it just recently got the results of the MRI. But that stuff that takes a long time, and now that they have the results, I don't know what they're going to do with it.
Oh.
But anyway, so if you don't see me moving around much, that's why. And guess how I did it? Guess how I hurt my shoulder?
Oh, this sounds like a story. What's up?
Yeah, I was putting dishes away in the cupboard.
Ah!
Yeah,
You've got
I
to come up
know.
with a better story than that.
Stupid.
You've got to come up
Yep,
with a better story than that.
I know.
We'll
I know.
sensationalize it and turn it into a book.
Yeah, I'll have to come up with something else because that's just too ridiculous.
Mhm. That's awesome, though. As always, we are sponsored by Soul Sunshine. If you are an aspiring author and looking to get published, reach out to us at soulsunshine.com and we will help you make all your dreams come true. Today, tongue tied. Wow. Today, we have a children's book author. She is here in Jacksonville. I got to actually meet her at the Jack's Books Fest. I guess it's been over a month now. And she is super awesome. And she wrote a book. Her name is Kayla. I said it right in pregame here. So let me try it again. McManama. McManama. I think that's right. She's the author of.
McManama, right? McManama.
We'll clarify.
Yeah.
So without further ado, let's bring Kayla to the stage. Kayla,
Hi,
Hi.
how's it going?
I'm great. How are y'all?
Oh,
Good.
doing well, doing well. Just
Good.
have a little fun during the pregame right there.
And then
Yeah.
you guys did pronounce my last name correctly.
Oh, good. Maybe we might have really messed it up.
We
Really
we
messed
had
it.
a guest a few weeks back, and her coolest quote was, "Being an author, I know all the words." I was like, we got to come across as authors as we know all the words.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, welcome to the show.
Thank you for
Before
having
we
me.
go any further, why don't you introduce yourself to our viewers and let us know more about you?
Well, hi, my name is Kayla McManama. So I am the author of Just Breathe. I got Breathe published last December. So it's been almost a full year, which is crazy to think
Wow.
about. It's been an exciting journey so far. I'm a Jacksonville native. So I was born and raised here. I moved to St. Augustine for a few years to go to Flagler College in St. Augustine. There, I graduated with a major in journalism and media production, and then a minor of creative writing. But yeah, Just Breathe is my first children's book. So I've been really excited just to be able to share it and kind of experience that process of just going through the publishing process and just taking it one step at a time and trying to get it in more places.
Very
Mhm.
nice, very nice. Now, did you self-publish? Did you go through a publisher? Did you go through a hybrid publisher? How did you get it out?
So I did self-publish. I went through Palmetto Publishing out in South Carolina. So it was kind of a crazy process, I guess. Just Breathe has been my passion project. It was something that I just kind of wrote. I went to a coffee shop with a friend. She was trying to start a blog, and she was like, "Will you go with me just to kind of hold me accountable to go ahead and start writing?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, of course I can go do that." And so I went with her, and I just kind of started writing. I had like an idea in my head for Just Breathe. I knew I wanted to write something that would make a difference for others. And so I started typing it up, and I finished the first draft when we were in a coffee shop for a few hours, and I gave it over to my friend, and I was like, "Will you just read this over to see kind of what you think?" And she read it, and we talked about it a little bit, and then she asked me, she was like, "Do you think you would want to get this published somewhere?" And I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "I've never really done that process before. Like, I'm not sure." And I started to look a little bit more into it, and I'm the type of person that I love to see like kind of the background of things, like how things work, like that whole process. So I chose to do the self-publishing route because I like wanted to kind of see the ins and outs of publishing, just to kind of see how everything worked. And I had like the vision in my head for the illustrations and everything. So I had a call with Palmetto Publishing, kind of talked with them about my idea. And I decided I wanted to move forward with them for that self-publishing route. And I ended up finding an illustrator off of Fiverr, the freelancing website.
Mhm.
And him and I worked together for between 3 to 5 months on the illustrations, just kind of going back and forth. He would send me sketches. I knew I wanted my cat as the main character. So I would send him pictures of my cat, and I would be like, "If you can make this main character look exactly like her," I was like, "we'll be set." And he was like,
Aw.
"Oh."
What's your cat's name?
So her name is Callie.
Now, do you spell that like California or Llie?
Llie.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Is she a calico?
She is, and she has two different colored eyes as well. So she has one hazel and
Ooh,
then one blue eye. Yeah.
Oh, neat.
nice.
That's cool.
That
You
is
might
super
see her
cool.
at some point. She might jump on my bed behind me.
Well, we can only hope.
Yes.
We have had our share of animals on our podcast come to say hello. So
Oh.
we'll welcome her. We'll welcome her and say hi. So you kind of went into it a little bit here, but why did you write this book? I know it's a lot to do with mental health, and I want you to kind of talk about that.
Yeah, so Just Breathe, again, it's been my passion project. I am someone who has struggled with anxiety. And so when I first started to kind of realize that I had anxiety, it was around the time I was in college. I was a collegiate runner. So it was a lot of pressure. I had some things that just kind of happened to me in my personal life. It became a lot for me to deal with. And that's really when my anxiety hit a height for me. And so it was trying to learn how to navigate that. It was trying to figure out like techniques for myself, that I was able to kind of get that anxiety down and kind of learn different ways of how I was able to manage it. And I knew that after I kind of learned how to navigate my own anxiety and learn how to manage my own anxiety, I kind of just looked back at my life, and I realized that as a child, I also had anxiety. Like, just kind of like thinking back to like different scenarios that I had, like whether that be a first day of school or whether that just be some
Mhm.
like some sort of change or something new in my life. Like, I was always had some sort of anxiety like leading up to that point. And so I knew that when I wrote Just Breathe, that I wanted to write it in the point of view to help a child, because I felt like as a child, I personally, I didn't know what anxiety was. I didn't know how to navigate it. I had all these emotions, but it was just kind of like I felt it, and then eventually it kind of went away. Like I didn't know exactly how I was going to navigate this, how I would manage it. I didn't understand it. So it was something for me that I felt like needed to be talked about a little bit more, especially like in a children's terms, so that they're able to understand it just a little bit better with that process.
Mhm.
And just breathe was actually a saying that my grandma would say to me when I was growing up. She would say, she would always tell me all the time, just breathe, like it's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be all right. And she would write that even in like any card that she sent me, like whether that be a birthday card, a Christmas card, like that was just kind of like her mantra that she told me.
Nice.
So with this being my passion project, I knew I wanted the title to be Just Breathe. I wanted it to go back to my family, because it was my family has been my biggest supporters, especially with my anxiety and like learning how to navigate it. So for me personally, it was something that I wanted to do to be able to make a difference for others. It was something that I published with the hope that it is able to help somebody else. And it's able to help not just children, but maybe if an adult needs this as well. And they just they're reading it maybe to a child, or they just pick it up one day and they're flipping through it. It's just a way to be able to just learn a little bit more of how to navigate your own
Mhm.
anxiety.
Now, did you go see a mental health professional about your anxiety?
I did, yes. So I spoke to a therapist. I had sessions with her. I still see her to this day as well.
Nice.
So she has been a great help to me. And I feel like a lot of too, like the techniques I talk about in Just Breathe, she really helped me with those as well. Just being
Mhm.
able to kind of learn, again, everybody's a little bit different of what helps them with their anxiety, but just what was able to help me, it might be able to help someone else as well.
Very nice. Very nice. What are some effective ways to help reduce anxiety?
I know personally for me, a lot of it comes to breathing techniques. I feel like for me personally, I have a habit that when my anxiety gets high, I start to just overthink everything. Like thoughts just kind of start to cloud my mind. And then it's almost like I forget
Mhm.
to breathe. Like it's like
Mhm.
I just get overwhelmed, like just kind of trying to think about everything. So, what really helps me is it's just taking a step back, just taking a pause, and then just taking a deep breath in, and then taking a deep breath out as well. Just trying to like slow my breathing down, really just kind of center myself again, like of where I'm at, and then just try to remind myself that this too shall pass. Also, just music, like any type of music as well, like listening to whether that be your favorite song. I know sometimes soothing music a lot of times helps people. For me personally, I really like the upbeat music. I
Nice.
feel like it starts to kind of get me out of the funk, and I'm like, okay, yeah, let's get going. Um, I also like being someone who was a runner. I'll go on a lot of walks, like just get myself outside, breathe in some fresh air, kind of incorporate those breathing techniques as well. And just walk, run. Oh, there she is.
There she is. Oh, she's so pretty.
Oh, she's so
Thank
pretty.
you.
She's beautiful.
Thank you.
It can you show us her eyes? Wonder
Yes.
if we'd be able
I
to
Oh
don't know if
see
you
them.
can
wow.
see her eyes.
Hi, Callie. Meow meow meow.
Yeah, what's that noise? Huh.
Oh, she's like, I don't know what's going on over there.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
she's
love
so
this.
pretty.
She is.
Thank
Calico cats are
you.
awesome.
Yeah, they really are.
No, she's my baby. Because like too, making her the main character, she even has anxiety. She has separation anxiety from me. Um, so
Uh-huh.
it's definitely something too. Like animals also experience it. Something that's everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
with with all of this that I've gone through, it was the 5 4 3 2 1 method. I don't know if you've heard of that one. For
Mhm.
me, that worked out really well when I would start to feel my anxiety come through and start to get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And for after the 5 4 3 2 1 method is to find 5 things that you can touch, 4 things that you can see, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. And some people would have like little candies in their pockets and for the taste part, but I would always just taste the back of my thumb just so I knew it was there. It was easy to get to, and I knew it was always right there. And that would actually calm me down in a lot of instances for anxiety or depression or just feeling the overwhelmingness of aspect of everything. So
Yeah.
I do like that you use the breathing method because that is a huge one.
Mm.
I feel like too, a lot of times, like any type of art also I feel like helps, like whether that be writing, painting. I'll
Mhm.
find myself journaling. Sometimes that's actually something that my therapist suggested to me, being someone who really enjoys writing, is she was
Mhm.
like, just when you're trying to do that breathing, and she was like, just try to take a step back, journal down how you're feeling.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just try to get your feelings out in some way.
Yeah.
And just kind of journal how you're feeling, journal about your day, like anything along those
Mhm.
lines. And that's
Yeah.
personally also really helped.
Yeah. That always helps me. Yeah. That's probably my number one way of, processing whatever it is that's going on.
Yeah.
And the one thing you have to do in it though is be honest with it.
Hmm.
A lot of people will journal, but they won't put their actual true feelings in there in the fear that somebody might actually read this one day.
Yeah.
And every thought that you actually have, no matter how far out there it is. I mean, your thought could be just like there are literally 10 billion different types of alien species out there, and I bet one
Yeah.
of them has to be polka dot.
Oh, yeah.
Write that down because it may not be like anything important or particular right now, but it's in your brain and you're thinking about it and write it down and
Hmm.
don't be afraid to put those in there. When it comes to your story, and every good story has an objective that the main character has to overcome. What objections does your character need to overcome?
So Callie is the main character in Just Breathe. And I decided for Just Breathe, I wanted it to kind of be in a setting that where I first experienced my first anxiety. And for me
Mm.
personally, that was the first day of school, like starting kindergarten for the first time, and
Mhm.
going through kind of that process. So for Callie, it's navigating all of those emotions of starting the first day of school. Like, you're not going to know anybody.
Mhm.
I'm not going to make any friends. Like, how am I going to make friends? What if no one likes me? Like, all of kind of those thoughts are
Mhm.
running through her head, from like the moment she wakes up in the morning. So it's like something that she's been thinking about for a while. And then throughout the story, her mom is telling her the mantra, just breathe. And then they're going through those breathing techniques as they move through the story.
Mhm.
And then as you pull up to the school, again, she's having all of those thoughts clouding her head, about all of the nerves, all of the anxiety about having to step into a new place, not knowing anybody. And
Mhm.
it's kind of taking her through how she goes about then making a friend, and then how they are able to kind of go into the classroom together and anything along those lines. Like, it's all in that first day of school. So for Callie in particular, it's how do you get past that anxiety that you're facing for that first day of school? And then by the end, she realizes that everything is going to be all right in the end.
Mhm.
Especially when something seems so big and it seems like it's like the biggest thing that's ever happening in your life,
Mhm.
like right
Mhm.
now in that moment. Um,
Uh-huh.
you're experiencing all that anxiety that whole day for that. But by the end of the day, you're like, okay, like my mom was right. um, everything is going to
Yeah.
be all right in the end.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
I
sounds
think
like a book that would really help children.
Thank
It
you.
really addresses something that I think probably most children go through with their first day of school. They don't know what to expect, and it's such a big deal,
Yeah.
to go from not going to school to now knowing that you're going to be going to school for a large part of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And, you don't know if it's going to be miserable for you or fun. And
Yeah.
so, what could it be? And I understand, how anxious many children are. And
Mm-hmm.
this should be really, really a good book for them.
Oh yeah,
Thank
agreed.
you.
Agreed. And I am going to take that quote that you had on there and I'm going to send it to your mom if I ever meet your mom, saying that you saying your mom is right.
She actually, when because she read Just Breathe, and after she read it, she was like, so basically you're taking that everything that I've told you all through your childhood, you're telling me that I was right. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's like one of those
Oh,
things. It's like you think about it now. It's like I feel like as like a kid, my mom was always was like telling me, she was like, one day you're gonna know that I was right. And then
Uh-huh.
now that I'm older, that I'm like, yeah, you were, you were right.
Yep.
there's still hope for my kids. I'm fingers crossed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you've written this book, and what would you like to see come from it?
I think for me, I would like to see it just get because I feel like when I wrote it, it was more so my passion project. I didn't really have any expectation. Like it was more so I wanted to just write it and I wanted to share it with others, but it was never something that I really didn't know where it was going to go. Like it was kind
Mhm.
of like an unknown for me. It was myself. I was kind of stepping into an unknown territory, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
And now that I have, I've done some book readings, and then
Mhm.
after going to Jack's Book Fest and being able to share it with others, I want to continue doing that. I want to be able to
Mhm.
continue trying to share it with more schools, trying to do some more book readings with some more schools to share it with some other children. And I want to try to continue to even expand out of Florida and try to get it into maybe some other bookstores that are in some other states
Mhm.
as
Yeah.
well. That's kind of my next step going forward because it is available on Amazon and on the Barnes and Noble website right now. But
Yeah.
I would love
Do,
to get it
do
into some.
you do you have a copy of it that you could show so
I
we could see
do.
the cover? Yeah, we'd like to see that. Oh, that's really cute.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like it.
you
But
had you had stickers at the Jack's Fest, right?
I did.
Yes.
Those stickers, I found those on Amazon. I
Nice.
highly suggest them to anybody. I love those stickers. I think they're the cutest thing ever.
Uh-huh.
And I think that they're nice to have. Like whether that just be it's because they all had like cute little like positive like messages on them.
Uh-huh.
So each one had a different animal on them. So whether that be like a giraffe or a zebra, a dog, cat, anything along those lines. And then each one was like holding its own little positive message, but they were all motivating. So it might be
Uh-huh.
something like, for instance, there was one that was a dolphin. I think it said like "you're fantastic" on it,
Mhm.
like anything along those lines. And so I
Cute.
looked at those and I was like, oh, because I think I'm gonna order more of them because I felt like those stickers in particular, like it's just like a little positive message. Like you can stick it on like your water bottle, or I know some people will stick stickers on like their MacBook or their computer, anything along those lines. And I think it's just they're nice to have like little positive messages.
Mhm.
And I think to just kind of continuing forward with Just Breathe, I feel like those are just able to tie kind of hand in hand with it a little bit, just to have the stickers and then have the book
Mhm.
as well. Just be able to kind of continue spreading that mental health awareness message is something that I definitely want to continue doing.
One of our viewers said that is a beautiful cover.
Oh, thank
They wanted
you.
to shout
And
on
let me
that.
tell you, I happen to know who that person is. He's one of our best artists at Soul Sunshine. So
Oh, awesome. No, thank you
yeah,
so much.
And Dan said, "Don't tell mom." And no, mom needs to hear that. Okay, as a parent, I want to hear my kids say, "You were right, Dad." Just
My mom might
once.
be on this. I'm not sure. She might be on this and she might be like, yep, that was me.
If you're out there, mama, chime in.
yeah.
Oh, so well, with all of that, do you plan on maybe writing a sequel to this book or a different book using different emotions?
So I do. I have plans to write another book. I would like to keep it still like within kind of like that mental health spectrum. And being able to do another book, but kind of use different emotions, like kind of maybe still tie in anxiety. But I kind of would like to maybe do a May that's more like a confidence and anxiety type of thing. Because I feel like that is something else that I feel like children do experience as well, especially with social media. Now, like you see so much on social media.
Mhm.
I feel like it's something that like you are who you are, and I feel like I want to be able to spread that message as well, that um just be confident as you,
Mhm.
and you're awesome as you, doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, like you're amazing as
Mhm.
yourself, and you just need to be confident with that. And so I think that want that's something that I want to have the next message be. And I think it's going to be kind of more of a sequel to Just Breathe, in the way that Callie's still going to be the main
Mhm.
character in there.
Nice. Nice.
I'm kind of leaning more towards that, but I definitely have been thinking about it, especially after writing this first one. I've thoroughly enjoyed the process of writing the children's book, and then also just the author community here in Jacksonville has been absolutely amazing. Like I did not realize that there was really such a community when I first published Just Breathe. And
Agreed.
as I have continued to do these events, like I'm like, oh my gosh, I was like, everyone's so nice. I was like, it's so great talking to everybody. So that's been great as well, just being able to kind of surround yourself with that community.
Mhm.
Absolutely agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. And we should talk because if you're Callie ever wants to meet curiosity and encouragement, we both deal with emotions.
Yes.
That'd be a fun little crossover
Yes,
there.
definitely.
um, Going back, you have some influences, but who are some of your influences in this?
I think for me personally, my biggest influence when writing Just Breathe was my grandma, because she always told me that mantra, just breathe. She was the one that always helped me kind of learn a little bit more of how to navigate my anxiety, because she also experienced anxiety. So it's like she and I were able to connect with that on our own level, I guess you can say. With that anxiety, she was always trying to help me kind of in any way that she could, with that. And I think when I wrote Just Breathe, I knew I wanted to be able to dedicate it to her. And so by titling it Just Breathe, that mantra that she always told me growing up, that was something that I felt that I was then dedicating the book to her as well. And then I would say also, my mom has also been a very big influence for me.
Nice.
My mom is someone that I have constantly looked up to, my grandma as well, but my mom is someone that it's always been me and her. We've been like that little dynamic duo. So that she's always been my biggest supporter. And so like when I told her that I had wrote like the first draft of this children's book, and I was like, I don't know, and she was like, no, just do it. Like she was like, share that message. Like she goes, you have a good message. She was like, you want to make a difference. She was like, just do it. Like, and then
Mhm.
she gave me like that extra push that I
Mhm.
needed to be able to kind of just get a little bit out of my comfort zone, and just to be able to kind of start this journey. So definitely my mom and my grandma, I would say.
Very nice. Very nice. Getting out of your comfort zone. So, do you still have anxiety towards people judging what you write or how you present yourself to the world?
I do. I think it's definitely something that's in the back of my mind. I think that I've definitely gotten better with it, but I feel like it's something that you always have a little bit of that anxiety. Like when you put something out there, like you don't know um, how people are going to react to it. So I
Mhm.
remember the first when I did get Just Breathe published, like that first Instagram post
Mm.
to like announce that it was out. I was very anxious about that. Like just to put that out there because I personally too, I hadn't really that was my first time really openly sharing just
Mhm.
like with people that were outside of my friend group that I had
Mhm.
struggled with anxiety. So I think too, kind of that was stepping out of my comfort zone, just trying to share that for
Yeah.
the first time. And so now that it's been out, I feel like it's helped me just kind of continue growing and being able to
Mhm.
continue learning how to navigate my anxiety because it's an every day you learn something a little bit new. I feel like
Yeah.
Right.
so
So, what was the reaction? What was the reaction of people when you opened up and shared with them?
it was all very positive,
Mhm.
which a lot of people I remember sent me just direct messages. Like a lot of people commented, but then a lot of people like messaged me separately and they were
Uh-huh.
like, I experience anxiety too. Like, this is awesome. Like, I want to buy this for my kids. Or I had a
Mhm.
lot of people commenting that their kids struggled with anxiety and they were like, my child definitely needs this. And it's just, I feel like through that process just how many people experience anxiety because
Mhm.
I remember when I first really started to struggle with anxiety, I felt very alone. Like
Yeah.
Mm.
I felt like I was the only person that had this like anxiety. I was the only person that was struggling so hard to learn how to navigate it. And I felt like for me personally after I published Just Breathe and I've continued talking to people about it and trying to spread that awareness about mental health, I've really learned just of how big anxiety is and how many people actually do struggle with anxiety. And that just kind of has given me almost more fuel to the fire in the way that I want to continue trying to make a difference and I want to continue spreading that message and being able to raise more awareness about it of how
Mhm.
you're able to navigate your stress and anxiety because I personally I don't want anyone to feel like I did when I felt so alone. I want someone to know that other people do experience this anxiety and they understand as well because I feel like a big thing for me was I felt like no one understood. I
Yeah,
knew, like
that's good.
talking with my grandma, she told me that she understood, but I felt like still in the back of my mind, I was like, they don't really understand like what I'm going through and these emotions that I have. And so that's something too I want to tell the viewers of this podcast. Like, I understand like exactly what you're going through. I know how difficult it is to navigate stress and anxiety. And that's something that by writing Just Breathe, I'm hoping that it can help others in that way and really make a difference for them.
Very nice. In case you don't hear it enough, I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
What you're doing is a lot of people tend to write books thinking that they're going to be famous or rich or they're going to write the next Lord of the Rings trilogy or something. So hearing you actually say, I just want to put this out so it helps at least one person
Mhm.
or kids can understand a little bit more because I experienced it myself and went through this myself and this is how I overcame it. And it's refreshing to hear that from people because I'm so tired of hearing oh, I wrote this because I'm going to be a prize winner of all this and all that, and I'm going to
Mhm.
have all this and all that. It's like, no, you're
Yeah,
not. Your books are meant to influence, and the influence doesn't have to be on a major worldwide. It could just be for one kid or five kids or 10 kids or just a little bit just to make the world that much better of a place.
exactly. And like my thought process has always been as long as I touch one person and this helps one person, I was like, that I'm happy.
Exactly. Exactly. And if you sell one book, that's all it takes is selling one book. You are now a professional author,
Yes.
and that's how you have to see it. Like, I sold my book. I'm a professional author now, and I'm going to put that on my business card. Professional author. What's going on?
Exactly.
Yep.
So you said you went to school for creative writing.
I did, yes.
How long have you been writing? And then I'm going to add to this one that I didn't type out beforehand, but do you write anything else other than children's books?
So I feel like I've been writing for a long time. I guess you can say, like as a kid, I always enjoyed writing. English was always my best subject. I was never a numbers girl.
Nice.
Math was always not my strength. So I always enjoyed writing all through my English classes growing up. I always enjoyed being able to tell stories, just write stories. And so when I went to college, I knew that I wanted to have incorporate with my major or a minor. I wanted to have writing in there. So both through my journalism major and then also my creative writing minor, I have had the opportunity to write, and so that has been a lot of fun for me. Just through the journalism major, I was able to share so many people's stories. My favorite type of story with journalism writing are profile stories, to where I can tell other people's stories, like, and have that one-on-one interaction, and being able to kind of share their story. And I would a lot of times interview somebody, and they were really making a difference in their community around them. And so just being able to kind of share what they're doing, share how they built their business, or share just kind of how they were helping the community. I always loved writing those types of stories. That's something that has always I've been passionate about doing. And so then same with my creative writing minor, then I was able to do more of like the short story writing. I did some poetry writing. So anything along those lines. And so I've really just enjoyed learning about all the different forms of writing through college. And I feel like now that I've moved into my professional career, I have my children's book, and I have loved writing my children's book, but I also enjoy writing like blog posts or any articles as well. I've done some freelance writing here and there a little bit. And so even like almost the research, like blog posts or articles, I've enjoyed writing as well. Just being able to kind of research something and then be able to, again, kind of bring that story to life, like whether that be just researching, like I remember one article, just kind of researching different types of trees. And so kind of figuring out a way to where I can tell kind of each of those trees' story in that way, and kind of what makes each of them different. So writing has, I feel like it's been a lifelong passion for myself, but I feel like in terms of professional writing, I would say the length of it has probably been for the past 4 or 5 years, like doing it more on a professional basis. But I feel like writing has been more of like a lifelong passion.
I prefer the passionate answer.
Yeah.
I
don't know which way we want to go here, but I prefer the passionate answer too, if I'm being honest
Yes.
with you.
Like, I picked up my first pen when I was 4 years old, and I wrote my first poetry, and blue rhymed with clue, and I am here now. So yes, always go with passion when it comes to that. Throughout your life, you've probably received a ton of good advice. However, what do you think is the best advice you've ever received?
Yeah, I've received quite a bit of good advice. I'm like trying to pinpoint what would be. I would have to say probably some of the best advice that I have received would be from my mom. And it comes down to, she's always taught me growing up, she always was like, put your best foot forward, put yourself out there. She was like, the worst answer you can ever receive is no. Like
Mhm.
she was like, always follow what you're passionate about. Always always just do what you love. And as long as you might not necessarily like, again, with Just Breathe being my passion project, she was like, you never know what someone's going to say about it, but it's for
Mhm.
you. Like
Mhm.
it's how you're growing as yourself and how you're basically how not only how you're growing as yourself, but then also kind of what you're sharing with others. And like a lot of times, like it's like, even though it might not be getting, like we talked about a little bit earlier, like all this like big recognition, but as long as you
Mhm.
touch one person and you make a difference in one person's life, like
Mhm.
that's really all that you need. And I feel like she would always taught me to always lead with kindness as well. And
Mhm.
that's something that I've always carried with me. Like it's always like you never know what someone else is going through. Like you
Mhm.
never know. Like always lead with kindness. Always be kind to that other individual, no matter how they're treating you. Like you always just need to be kind to that other person.
Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
feel like as I continue on with my life, that is something that I want to share with my children, like going forward. Is I want them to always lead with kindness. I want them
Mhm.
to, no matter how someone's talking to you or if someone's trying to put you down in any way, shape, or form, always lead with kindness. Because at the end of the day, they're going to remember you being kind. Like,
Oh,
you
absolutely.
need to be what you want to be remembered as. And I
Mhm.
think that is something that has stuck with me for,
Mhm.
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I always like there is a quote out there, and I don't know it verbatim, but it really what it says is that people may not remember your name, but they'll always remember how you made them feel,
Yeah.
and I think that's just so true.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
And I was going to say it's also empathy as well.
Hmm.
Um, when you can show empathy. Now, empathy is different than sympathy. Empathy is understanding. Sympathy is feeling. Um, People shouldn't feel what you're feeling, but they should understand what you're feeling. And being empathetic, you should never want anybody to feel, hatred or unkindness
Hmm.
or um, fear, things like that. So I do like the advice. And again, you bring up your mom. You need to send this over to her. She needs to
Yes.
hear all of this. Be like, see, mom, I told you I love you. I'm talking about you all the
Yes,
time on this.
exactly.
You are this huge influence on me,
She's going
and
to be
you
so proud of you.
Oh,
exactly. She
thank
could,
you.
you will get the kudos, and then you can ask her for favors right after she sends
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You said you went through anxiety as your first day of school. I'm taking that in kindergarten
Hmm.
in this. Looking back, what advice would you give to your younger self? And I want to preface this with don't talk to yourself. We have young listeners and young watchers of this program. Um, Explain it to them now. What advice you would give them now, but you're talking to your younger self, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Um, Honestly, I would tell my younger self to just always remember that in the end that everything is going to be all right. Especially being someone that did always have that anxiety and always put like had so much kind of just going on in my head and just kind of thinking about like the worst case scenarios um that I would tell myself that those are thoughts. Take a step back and everything is going to be all right, because no matter how big something seems at the end of the day it really is going to be all right in the end. It's
Mhm.
something that I feel like I wish I could go back and tell my younger self that in
Mhm.
so many
Yeah.
different scenarios, like and because it's like I do think back now and I think about how in the morning I felt so anxious and I felt like the world was going to end if something like turned the wrong way. And I wish I could go back and just tell myself that it's like, no matter what happens, you are going to be all right.
Hmm.
Because I think it's a Kelly Clarkson song, like "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger," type of
Yeah.
Yes,
thing.
it is.
And so
That's an
Yeah.
anthem.
yeah, so I feel like I wish I could go back and tell my younger self that as well, that it's like everything that you experience throughout your life, it's just making you stronger.
Yeah.
Like it's a stepping stone, it's growing you into the person that you're meant to be, and it's just making you stronger in the end.
My husband always likes the saying, um, everything will be all right in the end. If it's not all right, it's not the end.
Yes.
That is a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
saying too.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to pull that one out, man, and put
Yeah.
that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
That was definitely a good one, man.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. I always keep that in mind, and I know, and it's true. I mean, you see that happen in your life. Something may go on for a while, but
Mhm.
in the end, it's all right.
Yeah.
You know, and you just need to know that it's going to be,
Yeah.
because
Great.
there's a lot of things that last for a long time,
Mhm.
Hmm. So
and
true.
yeah.
So very true. I prefer the ant eating the elephant. How does
Yeah,
how
that's a
does
good
how
one
does an
too.
ant eat an elephant?
Uh-huh.
One bite at a time.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take it a long time, but that ant sure can eat the elephant, man. It's gonna take that
Uh-huh.
one bite at a time. Writing. Where do you see yourself in the next year?
And the next year, I'm hoping to at least have a manuscript of a second book done it within the next year.
Nice.
I would like to go ahead and start that process, and I also want to continue just trying to share Just Breathe some more. Like I see
Mhm.
myself because this first year of Just Breathe, as we kind of come up on that first year anniversary of Just Breathe Publishing, I felt like this first year I've been definitely just trying to get my feet underneath me a little bit and figuring out like, okay, I was like, it's been a lot of Googling to kind of see like, okay, like where can I go to try to share this a little bit more? And so I think now kind of knowing a little bit more about who I want to reach out to and like where I would like to take it. And then two, just after talking to quite a few different authors as well at Jack's Book Fest, a lot of them gave me very good advice as well, just of kind of where I can continue sharing Just Breathe. And so I definitely want to do that as well in the next year. Continue just trying to book some more school readings to be able to continue sharing Just Breathe with classes. But then also even just looking for some more almost like those festivals similar to Jack's Book Fest. To be able to share those. I've also looked into some farmers markets as well. I kind of want to test out those waters a little bit and just be able to try to talk to some people at the farmers market. So
Mhm.
in the next year, I kind of, while trying to write the second book, I also want to go ahead and continue promoting Just Breathe and be able to share that awareness of it as well.
Mhm.
Very nice. Very nice. Just out of curiosity, how do you feel about AI?
How do I feel about AI?
Mhm.
Hmm. I mean, I have no issues with AI.
Kind of sprung that one up on there. I'm sorry. We didn't
I
talk
mean,
about that one beforehand, but um,
yeah, I mean, I don't have any issues with AI. I personally, I haven't used a lot of AI. Um, but yeah, I have no issues with it.
I've been going back and forth with this argument on some people because my animated series that I'm coming up with is
Mhm.
100% AI generated,
Okay.
but it has not been the easiest of AI generated. It has right now I have like 1,200 different 5 to 10 second animations that I'm stringing together to make it one complete 20-minute episode.
Okay.
And I've had to go back and change it, and I know it's prompts, but as an artist, because I drew my first 3 books,
Yeah.
they were hand drawn by me, published by Susan. They were colored by me, the whole 9 yards of everything. But with this new series, I'm able to be like the director of it. And there's a lot of people that see it as like you're stealing somebody else's artwork. I'm like, they're my characters. I drew the picture for them. I said, make this look more realistic, and I got to develop them the way I wanted to develop them.
Yeah.
So I'm loving AI, to be quite honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Where I think AI messes up is that there are so many people who post the crappiest little AI thing that you see, and it's like 9 fingers coming off a hand, and you're like, did you even look at this before you even posted it?
Yeah, I feel like AI, it can be a useful tool as long as like you like review it and like look at it in further detail. Because I feel like I definitely like I've used Chat GPT before. Because I don't know if you've ever seen like those TikTok trends of how you can make your pet into bathroom art. So that's been my current venture. I've been trying to make Callie back here into some bathroom art. And so you can do that through Chat GPT. And honestly, as I'm like typing it out and like explaining to it like what I would like to see, it produced some interesting looking bathroom art, and it was really funny. Like I was like, I will probably print this out and hang it up.
All right, curiosity killed the cat on this one. What do you mean, like Callie going to the bathroom on the toilet, or like mosaics?
No. So it's more so like she has like a face mask on, like one of those green face masks with like the cucumbers on her eyes and like a towel on her head. Like, yeah, it's like one of those, or like she's like I had her in one that she just has like the towel over her head, and then she's just kind of like there's all these bubbles just around her. Like I've done those. So just kind of fun, like little ones. And then because like I used to be in one of my previous positions, I was a marketing manager. So it was like I was having to look at all of like kind of like the trends of everything. Because there was like a trend I think also going around at one point that was like you could make yourself into like mini action figures. Like
right.
So I did that as well too. So that's been my extent of using AI, I guess, is to try out these little like trends that I've seen pop up.
That's always fun. That's always fun. Somebody did one of Darth Vader going to the bathroom the other day that I was just like, did you even think about this for a minute? Like I'm a huge Star Wars fan, Star Wars fan, and I went off on this person. Like he doesn't have a torso below. He was cut in half, so he doesn't need to actually go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
To take that suit of armor off to actually go to the bathroom is one thing, and he's not going to read Garfield while he's going to the bathroom. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, it's fun though. It's definitely fun. Oh, nice, very nice. We were talking about something beforehand, Susan, and you said stop because we want to bring this up while we're talking, and it has completely eluded me what we were talking about. And I think it had something to do with mental health.
We did go over it at the beginning when she was talking about what her inspiration was and why she wrote the book, why she wrote that topic, and how that was important to her. And it was really interesting to me, because a lot of people don't really think about something so simple, because it's something that's not it's not rocket science. Anxiety exists, children have it, So why not write about it, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it was a, and people, I think sometimes people who want to be writers and who want to publish a book think that they have to write about something that nobody else has ever written about, nobody else has ever thought about. That they come up with something that's brand new, and that may work, and they may be able to do that, but that's not necessary. There are so many things, so many issues that people have, or subjects that people can write about with a lot of good advice and good information for people, that it is simple. It's
Yeah.
not a difficult topic, or not an unusual topic. So I think that's people need to keep that in mind when they want to become a writer. Don't necessarily look for the thing that nobody has ever done before.
And don't write about 6'7". 6'7's not good right now. My kids keep saying 6'7", and I'm like, stop. No, it's a trend. It is going away. So don't write trends out there, because they go away just as soon as they
Yeah,
go away.
fads. A
Yeah,
fad is short-lived.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
In January 1st, we all wrote our having a brain spasm.
What
Right now.
resolution?
Resolutions. Thank you. Thank you. Stop, rewind. In January, we were talking about having our resolutions. I will edit that out, not really.
Yeah.
This year, we planned on being more grateful and having gratitude for things, as a daily basis of things. And it's definitely made our year a lot better. So, what do you have gratitude for?
I think personally for me, I'm thankful for quite a few things. I would say I'm thankful for my family first and foremost. As I said earlier, they all have been my biggest supporters through this, and really just through my life in general. Same with, I'm thankful for my friends as well. They've
Mhm.
been very supportive as well through this entire process. Um, and I would like to say as well that I'm thankful for the little things that
Mhm.
I've had in my life. Just whether that just be like maybe just seeing like a sunrise or a sunset, but just like very like small things that you might overlook in like a day-to-day basis. I'm very thankful for those as well, because I feel like the little things in my life is really what brings me the greatest joy. I feel like it's just like, because anytime I see like a sunrise or a sunset, I feel so much peace and just so happy just to be able
Mhm.
just to be there. Like
Yeah.
just to be there
Yeah,
and see it.
I
Um,
love sunrises. Yes.
yeah, they're just so beautiful, and I
Mhm.
think for me, it makes me take a step back and just kind of reflect on my life as a whole. So I would say those little things in my life, and then of course, Miss Callie back here, I'm very thankful for. If you couldn't tell by this podcast, I do love my cat.
That's awesome.
What a
Hey,
surprise. What a surprise.
like,
You could say,
I'm wearing a
yeah.
T-shirt of my cats that I've got. So.
Oh.
Cats are definitely welcome on the podcast. However, again, we need to edit this. I know you said family, but you got to very particularly say your have gratitude for your mama.
My mom, yes, yes. I'm very thankful for my mom. Very.
See, Mom, we had to add that on the end there. She's thankful for you.
And you were always right.
Oh,
Uh,
twice in one show. I love
wow.
it.
Wow. This is something you have to make a separate clip of this so that
Exactly.
you can give it to her mom for Mother's Day.
So totally worth it. So totally worth it. Oh, before we go, Is there anything you wish to share with our viewers about how they can get in contact with you, find out more about your books, and get educated on upcoming releases?
So I am on Instagram. So my Instagram is stories by Kayla McManama. So there is where I post anything about books, any events that I might be going to, any readings, anything like that. It will all be posted on that Instagram account. So
Nice.
that would be where to be able to look all that up.
Definitely. And you definitely need to expand your IG.
Yes.
You need to start posting more there.
Yes, I definitely do. Yes.
As one thing I will tell you as authors is that our social media is how they find us. So
Yes.
Post as often as you can, because you never know who you're going to find and what it's going to resonate with.
Yeah, definitely.
And do you have a website then?
So I do. So I do have a website as well. I'm actually redeveloping the website currently.
Okay.
Just to make it more author based. Really my website was more of like just a portfolio in general of all of my professional work, but I'm currently revamping the website a little bit
Okay.
to make it to be more directed towards the book as well.
Good.
Just like Jacksonville, it's under construction.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am not putting my city down in that aspect because I've only been here for a short little while, but I have run into some construction that I'm kind of like, really? The pothole's not even that big. You didn't need to cut out the whole street for it. Come on now. I have had fun today, Kayla. This has been fun and awesome. It's always nice talking to fellow children's book authors. And I want to thank you for coming on. In a few weeks, we are doing our Thanksgiving episode. And we are inviting everybody that has been with us for season 2 to come back and say hi and tell us where they're going, what they're doing, give us updates. We are going to have, I personally am going to have either apple cider or pumpkin spice.
Okay.
But you can have whatever drink you want, up to and including whiskey if necessary. But share a moment of holiday cheer and thanks, and it'll be the Sunday right before Thanksgiving, so it'll be that feel good going right into it. Would you join us for that episode?
I would love to. I would love to join y'all.
This
has been so much fun. Thank y'all so much for having me.
Yeah, most certainly very welcome. Well, thank you for coming on and spending your Sunday evening with us. We're going to wrap it up and stay in the green room, and we'll talk right after.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Kayla.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was fun. Wow.
Yeah.
Super fun, man. I love meeting people with the right attitude when it comes to
I do too. With a passion for.
Yes, exactly. That passion, getting away from that. I'm going to be famous for it. I'm passionate, and this is my story, and this is what I wanted to put out there.
Right.
Absolutely love and adore that.
Yeah.
Her stickers, by the way, were super cool.
Yeah.
If I could have grabbed more, I would have grabbed more. But I didn't meet her till the end of the show, and I was kind of walking around and was like, "Hi, how are you? I do a podcast. Would you like to be on the podcast?" Eventually, we ended up talking, and here she is. So
yeah,
right
yeah, very good, very good.
Definitely, definitely. Well, do you want to wrap us up today, Susan?
Oh my gosh, you put me on the spot. I have anxiety now.
There you go. Just breathe.
Well, I'm really happy that all of you joined us today. I'm happy that Stephen arranged all of this and I didn't have to. I appreciate him so much. I don't give him enough credit. I don't tell him often enough, but he's really the one who puts this together and makes sure everything works. And he knows the ins and outs of how to set this up and how to make all of those cute little shorts. If anybody has seen those little short pieces of our podcast that are spread all over the creation.
They get lots of views too.
Yeah,
Lots
we
of
get
views.
lots of views, and
Cool.
that is all due to Stephen.
Thank
So
you.
I give him a lot of credit, and that's what I would wrap up with.
Well, I appreciate that, but keep that thanks for our Thanksgiving episode.
Oh, I've got more. I got more in there.
Sounds good. I want to thank all our viewers out there for spending their Sunday evening with us. It was an absolute blast to talk to Kayla, and go check her out. Read her book. If you got kids, anxiety is not just, a small thing. There's a lot of kids that experience anxiety, and to be able to explain to them how to overcome the anxiety or how to recognize the anxiety is a very huge step in getting them to mature.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you once again, everybody, for spending your Sunday evening with us. And we shall see you guys next week with another episode of Shine with Curiosity and Encouragement Podcast. Have a good week. Bye.
Ever dreamed of seeing your name on the cover of a book? As a book publisher, we understand the challenges of self-publishing. If you're lost in the process, wondering about illustrators, book coaches, or formatting issues, worry not. At Soul Sunshine, we're here to guide you. Let's turn your dream into reality. Contact us to get started.